Hey guys. My channel has just been going to shit regardless, so I just thought I could take the moment to just tell you my story. It's not a very fun story, but as I'm studying right now and currently studying societal depression, not suicidal, but depression in society and how things work and the stigmas around it. And I just thought, this is like hearing these people's stories. I think yeah, it's a problem. Like the stigma is a problem, but I'm just thinking, this is so small. It's kind of like it's kind of like getting a little bit of glass in your hand, like just cutting up on a wound and like smashing, I guess smashing a glass with your hand, and then you get some, and your hand becomes bloody, and then you just wash it away, and then everything's fine. Um, Maybe not the best example, but that, in comparison to daily torture, and no matter how much you try, you can't really get any help. I mean, for me, I just felt like yeah, this is ridiculous. I feel like I'm being mocked. Like, not that I'm complaining that they're taking the stigma seriously, even with the smaller things, but it does feel like a mocking. Um, so I'll tell you my story. So I've always been a kid that stood out. Um, Always had different goals in mind. I was interested in love from a very young age. I think I became interested when I was around 7, and I felt feelings very strongly. And I've always been somewhat autistic, so I learned things in a different way. Like I learn faster than most people, um, but only the things I'm interested in or I find meaningful, that serve a purpose or a goal that I think, okay, this is useful. I've always liked to help others, make others feel better, and see like happiness around me. Because if I could see more love and happiness around me, I argued, well, then that means love is attainable, right? That means you can attain true love. Like if you can see it somewhere around you, if you can see anyone who has attained it, then you know it's real, right? But yeah, I mean, so I've been trying my best to help people. Um, what that led to was a lot of backstabbings by friends, that like the people I trusted. I had different friends at different times. Some just left, and it was just unfortunate events. Even in like loving events, like when I felt like I was truly happy, I never got to meet the person again, uh, due to family matters and stuff. Mm. I mean, now I'm just summarizing and not going into detail because, well, I'd have to make an entire live stream if I was to go into detail, which I can, of course, do, and tell you the full story. And I've gone through a lot of things in my childhood and in my teenage years, in my early teenage years. I've went through quite a lot of horrible things. Um, Things that you probably have trouble even telling your psychiatrist. Um, and the loneliness didn't help. The willingness to help others and be there for others and even prevent suicides. I mean, I was happy that I managed to help people and understand their emotional ailments due to all the pain I've gone through myself, all the emotional pain and all the emotional turmoil and all the loneliness. It was I have never had any trouble really understanding other people, no matter how weird they may be. Uh, then I may not always appreciate their weirdness. I mean, someone going to you and touching your hair is kind of uncomfortable. Like even if you can kind of get it and you don't like want to be an ass, but you kind of gotta snap them out of it. You know, I like to help people grow in the way that they can grow and help them reach their goals, because sometimes they're just they want to achieve a certain goal, but their way of trying to achieve it tends to not work, and their way of thinking around it tends to just cripple them, or they might have some logical fallacy within that, and then you just adjust that in order to help them. It's not like, oh, you're wrong, you're bad. It's more like, yeah, you're good, and your heart is in the right place here, and might I recommend this, and then help them. Now, I've never had that myself. I've never had anyone who has truly helped me, ever. Ever. And you can say, oh, well, the government helps you because you can study, like, for free in Sweden. Yeah, I can get indoctrinated for free in Sweden. Yeah, amazing. I try to learn something and try to get into that particular subject, and then 90% of everything we learn has nothing to do with the subject. Yeah, amazing. Terrific. And then have to see all the sad shit going on, see how everything just gets more corrupted, see how love is dying, see how beauty is dying. Like, the things that I fight for, the things that I care about, dying in front of me, while I'm all alone in this struggle. And I'm not gonna, like, say that, oh, boo-hoo, poor me. I mean, yeah, it's super unfortunate that I was so fucking weird that I've always stood out. Like, sure, I made some best friends, and I made some friends that we got along, and we could talk, and we could, like, help each other in certain ways, I guess, and understand each other. And that is fantastic that there are people like that there are other autists out there. And I just feel like I can help them much more than they can help me. In these regards, but of course they do try in their own way, and that I am very grateful for. But in the realm that I need, the emotional motivation, the meaningful things, and genuinely trying to achieve a goal, or attain a goal, or move towards a certain goal with someone else, that just never really happens. In that regard, I am alone. And yeah, I've been bullied, I've been an outsider, I've even chosen to be an outsider, I've chosen to be lonely. I even, when it rains super much, I tend to go out with a shirt and just sit in the rain, because it feels better to just be completely soaked and feel something like that. But I didn't give up. I've been severely depressed, I've been suicidal for a large part of my life. But I didn't give up. And I decided, okay, I'm gonna try to do whatever I can. So I played piano because I can play some emotional pieces. I'm super creative, so I wrote some novels, and I tried to succeed in that way. And I tried to improve, and I tried to improve, and I tried to improve. I tried to record. And then I thought, oh well, I'm a pretty good actor. I guess I can try something like that on like YouTube or whatever, and just do the cringe acts or whatever. Some people really appreciate my comedy. Others just think, oh, you're weird. Just, let's get away from me. Yeah. And I've been trying to spread certain views that would actually benefit mankind. And you kind of get bashed down, and it's not even like there's any logical fallacy. It's not like I'm ever getting any real arguments against it. It's just shut down for different reasons. And like, for example, let's try to understand each other. Like, the more you understand other people and they understand you, the better you can achieve your goals together. I mean, the better the world becomes overall, right? Because then we can focus on what matters. Because a lot of the problems in life stem from misunderstandings. So you can solve that by just simply understanding more things. If you can accept another person with a differing view, maybe a view you don't even like, if you can at least understand the motivations, you can help them and you can help yourself. And then you can maybe mix your views together and create something better, because you might have faults in your own views as well. And like, it doesn't hurt to understand other people, even if you think that their ideology is horrible. Like, I can think communism and Nazism could be horrible, but just because someone is a communist or Nazi, that doesn't immediately make them horrible people. Like if you understand the motivation behind that particular individual's choice, or what it is that motivates them, it can be very, very honorable or very sweet motivations behind it. Like, oh, yeah, I care for family, or I want to make the world better for as many people as possible. I mean, rather than, oh, yeah, I just hated this type of person and then you want to kill him. And I want to take everything they own. It's like, those are two completely different motivations. You shouldn't just put one of these motivations onto someone just because they have a certain ideology. And this is something that it's not getting spread. Unfortunately, it's like, no, let's spread the polarization. Let's all battle with each other when the battle is completely pointless, and it's detrimental to society. Here I want people to just be able to grow stronger, and sure, I can help them one by one. Like when I see someone who's down, I actually make an effort, even if it's a stranger, to like try to help them. I don't do it for a reward or anything, and I do have like a selfish kind of, or a personal, greedy type of way. I wouldn't never call myself a good person. I'm trying to be as good as I can, but like my motivation is I want to see like more happiness. I want to see more light. So that's my own personal gain in it. I get to see more, even though I'm the one making the effort to see it. Like I'm the one working to attain it, and nobody's really losing anything. I mean, my view is unity between decent people and against evil. And as you know, I don't determine someone being evil by the ground pillars of their ideas, or some of their ideas overall. I deem it by their actions and like what they're genuinely trying to do. Like I said, like it's a complete difference. Like if you're a communist, there's a huge difference between you doing well and you want others to have it good too, and you want to help them like have a okay living standard. Then that's a pretty honorable thought. But if you're just lazy and you're thinking, oh no, I see you've succeeded there, and I see that you're successful and you're rich. You know what? You should give me half of that just because you should. It's like, yeah, but I earned this and you've done nothing. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're all people. Human rights. Give it to me. That's pretty parasitic and evil. So it all depends. So would I say the communists are evil? Well, that depends on which type of communist you are. If you're the second time, definitely. I mean, the second thing I mentioned, then definitely. This is, I know, right now I haven't really said any jokes this video, so it's a very different type of video, but I guess, you can see that in the title, that it's a serious video. Yeah. Nothing quite worked. And it's not like I haven't been trying, working out. And I'm studying now, and I'm doing fine in the studies and everything. It's just, these things pop up. Like these thoughts, these feelings always pop up once in a while. And I'm happy, like the reason I stayed alive. I'll tell you why I didn't kill myself. The reasons I didn't kill myself was because, one, there are some people who would be really sad to see me pass. Two, just because things are shit now doesn't mean they'll always be shit. Well, that was, unfortunately, I haven't proven that to myself yet. But the third one was, what about the people that I would potentially meet? Like, if I would kill myself, I wouldn't meet those people and I wouldn't be able to help them. There are other people out there who desperately need the help of people like me. And I can't just abandon them, even if I don't know them yet. I feel like it would be wrong of me to abandon those people when they could have great and amazing lives. Just all they need is someone like me to help them, to understand them, to accept them, and to try to push them towards a better and brighter goal. Try to help them achieve their own goal, because I don't push people towards a certain thing. I'm not using people in that regard. I could manipulate people, but I don't do it because I don't want to do that, and I appreciate honesty, and I appreciate loyalty, and I appreciate these things. And then I have other ideas, and you could probably call me a hypocrite in different ways, but at least not in this regard. Um, yeah. Like if you want to know more, it's just to ask, or I'll do a live stream and I could go in more into detail. But I don't think videos like this will ever get more than like 5 views, so nobody will really know the story. And I mean, it's just a summary. It's a summary between like for the story, so it's probably not that depressing. Like if you knew the details, you'd just be, oh well, shit, this sounds kind of fucking depressing, and you're not getting help. And I just think, why doesn't the government help people like me? Like, I fit into the criteria, like, I fit the criteria of someone who could be on social welfare, for example. But, nah. So, and that would give me more opportunities to actually help others. Now I have to constantly stress myself to succeed in different ways. And yeah, I still try all these different ways, like writing songs, writing poetries, writing scripts, trying to make funny videos, trying to play piano and make some emotional things. My channel for piano is Aching Piano, and my Booksy page is MD Nightly, M.D Nightly. If you're wondering about, like, I'm being honest here, and I've even made some money on Fiverr selling like different poetry and songs and stuff. And books as well, but not on Fiverr. Yeah, so that's the summary of my life, kinda. Not getting love, or getting very weird way to grow up between like my dad and my mom. Very, very strange, very extreme in two polar opposite ways. But then trying to learn everything I can to become the best person I can possibly be, and while doing that, constantly getting shit from others. So yeah, today I have maybe 5 people that I feel are okay to me, or are nice to me, or that I can trust somewhat, which is good. It's better than maybe most people, but now this is something I've been striving for my entire life, so it's a pretty sad amount for what it is. And 2 of them are childhood friends. Okay, maybe 6 then. 2 of them are females, and I mean, 2 of them are childhood friends that are male, then 2 of them are male that aren't childhood friends, and then 2 of them are females. Well, they all, although one is more of a friend and one is a yeah. So at least I'm successful in that regard. I get all the pussy. I know. At least I can joke about it, right? I mean, it's true though. I get all the pussy. Like I said, I'm pretty good at understanding people, and I can use those skills, but I don't really use it like that. I got it out of my honesty and yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, at least you can get something being some like me, and in that way. You're not doomed just because you're hopeless like me in this way. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, actually I've gotten a lot of girls interested in me. But that doesn't really matter. I mean, to some people it matters. I'm just saying, it's not like, oh, no, I've never gotten the touch of a girl, or, you know, that shit. But that would probably be even sadder. It's just, I crave meaningful relationships. So, I'm completely uninterested in most. So even if I would become a millionaire or a billionaire, even if I would go, like, could be able to get a harem very easily, I wouldn't do it unless lest it be like an anime harem, like a genuine one, where you make all the girls happy and the girls make you happy and they offer different things, and it's just a bunch of giving and receiving, and like the energy just goes back and forth, and it's just amazing. But honestly, monogamy is fine that way too. If you find a girl who is amazing enough in that regard, that you can have that kind of giving and receiving of energy, because then, I mean, as a man, you can accomplish anything, because you get that energy, and that's super meaningful. So that's something that is a goal worth achieving, I'd say, because that means much more than sex. At least I can tell you that I'm serious. If you're a virgin, I'm just gonna say sex is overrated, and don't let people be asses to you just because you're a virgin or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, get laid. Get laid. Incel. I'm kidding. Cheers. Thanks for watching.